WISTVPN. WISTVPN.
Chicago Famous with Mike Love and Diz.
The Destin legend himself, Leon Rogers.
Yeah.
What's going on, Playboy?
Man, listen, honored to be here with radio legends, man. Two brothers I looked up for and patterned my success.
You walked away from your day job and you went straight in the
Man, brother, first time somebody called me to do the gig, they was like, hey, I got my grandmama's 85-year-old birthday party. She's turning 85. She has a brain tumor. I mean, now she's not going to be able to hear because she's in a coma, but she'll be laying in the room, and we just want the good vibes. Well, what is it? $75. We need you to do an hour. I'm there because of the passion. I wanted to do the comedy. So I quit. But when you quit that job, and the job I had was decent. My father, every young black man should have a dad or a father figure in his life. Yes. When I say he went off on me. My son works. When I told him I quit to do comedy, my mom, mamas is always like, well, that's good, baby. Yep. Spread your wings. Yep. Realizing what God wants you to do.
Right,
and my father like, you got to be the dumbest son of a bitch in the world. I can't believe you came from my ball sack. 65,000 a year. Me and your mama combined only make 80. You dumb mother. I mean, going off. Like, me and my pops actually kind of fell out.
Old school black fathers, old school mindset. They came up working. They know how hard it is.
Hands, knuckles black. Hands look like he worked at the steel mill, like he was dipping them in the lava. So, he pissed. My hands manicured.
He's super cool and he know kung fu.
I'm clean. I work on computers.
Drives a $5,000 car and wears a $100 suit.
Right.
He like, I'm out here getting lung poisoning from inhaling all these steel mill fumes and touching people's mail. I'm like, look at my hands. I can't even pick up a fork and knife. Your mama got to cut my food for me. And you want to quit to do some damn comedy. He hell.
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Trigger with instructor Mike on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Why?
Why? Because someone told a great guy no.
No! God, please, no! No!
And he told that no, and he said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and turn that no into next opportunity. That's the latest book I just released, What I Tell Myself About No, because children who do not understand the power of rejection and the propulsion that occurs inside it becomes adults who can't take rejection, and your next opportunity could be right around the corner if you just understand how to use that no. And that's why we exist at What's in It for the Black People Media Network, because someone took a no and said, I'm going to create next opportunity. You're not silencing the voice, because that's what's in it for the black people is the truth. Not always that you want to hear. It's the shit that needs to be said, because our ancestors fought and died to give us the right of access. And who the fuck are you to tell me no? Only on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
Hard work. We're on the go.
What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. Special thanks to Love McPherson.
And when you talk about object sex, you and objectifying that woman, you glorify pieces of her. And let me tell you something. If you think that doesn't matter, it does. And I'm going to tell you why it matters. I looked at a video and I was looking at these young boys, these teenagers, and they were like, do you like black women or white women? I like white women. I like white women. And first I felt some kind of way. Then you know what happened to me? I started listening to them and they said, why don't you like the white women? Because they'll do anything for you. Yeah, the white hoes.
Bitch, you is a hoe. Bitch, you is a hoe.
And I thought pornography has elevated what the white woman will do for you, the objectifying of her. And this is why we don't realize, even in our spaces, the black man is shut down because he doesn't know the power of his seed like the white man knows the power of his seed.
Oh, look, just like milk.
He doesn't realize that you sitting up there coming into my neighborhood, objectifying my white women because you say they do it better than your women is a problem. They don't do it to them, but they won't bring that out, and they will not allow you to do that to their women.
I Said What I Said, Herb 2, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WISTVP.
Live from your studio. Media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning, Esco.
Hello.
Look, hello.
I'm working on it.
Here's the thing. How in the double fork toothpick, or however you say that, I just know the cuss words, double H toothpick, whatever it is, can Maze declare a winner of the day when he's the first show?
I mean,
right.
We have exclusive jerseys on. We have
whatever. Anybody with a debit card can get a what's that thing? A Blackhawks jersey and put their own name on it. Right. Was it ever a player on the Blackhawks named Jackson? I'm just saying. Look, every time the door, we looking for him to come in here. So just so you know, look, Duncan, he beats us. Yeah. So we repping, for the Jackie Robinson. However,
Let me
see that head?
Hey,
that's actually a player, and it's my name.
And Esco's repping her bear. See, I got my Bears stuff, my blanket. This is from, I haven't worn this. This was from after we did our first three-peat with the Bulls. This is Throwback Thursday.
Vintage.
And facts. I love Charles Barkley so much. This is my Charles Barkley Nike jacket. Then I have
throwback. I love it.
Then I have Lakers rest in peace, Blazers rest in peace, and then they put Suns rest in peace except Charles Barkley. And we have our 3 rings. I don't even know who made this for me, but this is from like 93.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's throwback.
And I have my Bears, and then I made change. I brought Cubs stuff too because we're Cubs girls. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring some.
She thinks she on Let's Make a Deal right now. She got a lot of shit over there.
I do love certain players, but
I'm ready.
Chicago first. Right always Chicago first. So yeah,
I love it.
I ain't gonna say Chicago first for everything, but I do love my city. But yeah. Sometimes we be on some bull junk.
Yeah, I mean I love the Lakers and I love the Yankees too, but
no, I don't.
After Chicago,
I don't.
See, Lakers are my second favorite team. You don't like the Lakers?
At all.
White Sox,
really?
Second.
No, I like Irvin Johnson. I like that
Chicago,
era. But nah.
Oh, Chicago first. I'm a Bulls fan first,
only
then Lakers.
I'm only though.
And I love Cubs.
Oh, now I'm not only Chicago because I definitely
no Yankees.
Like
no,
I don't see. I like
what?
Cincinnati Reds.
I don't know. I just like the Yankees a lot. I've always been
I like
a Yankees
Cincinnati
fan.
Reds and the Atlanta Braves.
Braves are cool.
Yeah, and football.
Bears first.
Football is different because
Bears. Kansas City Chiefs, Indianapolis Colts.
See, I'm Bears, and then Cowboys, and then
just
I like
Bears.
Kansas.
It's
well,
just
after Bears, yeah.
I'm from Chicago. What?
Now, can we all
from
agree?
Chicago,
right?
CAW, Chicago.
No love for cheese heads up in her.
No,
we like cheese, but
no green bay. I don't know. What's today? Throwback Thursday.
Throwback
What's in it for the Black
Thursday.
People Media Spirit Week Jersey Day?
We got the spirit yesterday.
I think yesterday was the first day everybody almost sort of kind of participated.
Yeah.
Almost sort of kind of.
Chicago famous held up a shirt.
They held facts. So I guess that counts a little. They definitely will not be winning.
Mike Love and Diz held up a shirt.
Yeah.
Each of them.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, or whatever. Shouts out to Mike Love and Diz, Chicago famous.
Diz, I
wonder when they're gonna book me
tomatoes.
on their show because I'm Chicago famous. Somebody call their publicist. Lisa, get me on their show.
I got you. we got super Chicago famous up in here too.
Big facts. Hey, let me take a quick break because I need to bring somebody back that you're gonna.
Chicago
I'm just gonna
famous.
say I ain't even gonna say Chicago famous because she worldwide. I'm just gonna call her the Voice. I'm just gonna say that. I feel like I can say that. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be right back with the Voice. Stay with us. Tell your friend.
WIFTBPM.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Tucson Warner and Herb Howard.
You'll never breed a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Warriors, come out to play.
Shh. You hear that? And that's what's happening at every angle. They're creating paradigms where we can only raise feminine men. Whether they're homosexual or not, they feminine as shit.
Sure, because all masculinity is toxic.
All masculinity is toxic in a war-torn society where the dominant society is saying to your ass, we don't never want no warriors.
Right.
You bastards. Any book you've ever read, you can read the Bible, goddammit. When they go and they destroy some shit, they kill all the boy babies.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even want you growing up to think you're going to do some shit to me.
Animals do the same thing.
Kill
If
them
I
all.
come over here and I take over this village now or whatever, like this gonna be my pride. First thing I'm doing, killing the male boys, like killing the male
Don't
babies.
you
Like,
even grow up with no attitude,
Don't you
little
even
nigga.
think about it.
Ever.
Okay,
Bitch.
Right. You ain't my daddy. You damn right I ain't your daddy. Fuck your fort, little nigga.
Fuck your boy.
You're not my dad.
Like, that's fucked up.
like,
oh man, I hate that I laugh at this shit in public.
That's real.
I hate that I laugh at this stuff in public.
That's real though, right? Tucson Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I will never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduce property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problems that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out chicagolegalnetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
WIFTB.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Never mind. Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. It is Thursday, and this is Sandy Red.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Sandy.
How are you, Dawn?
I am well. Long time.
I know,
Feels
right?
like forever. Anyway.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Sandy Red. Is that why you got on red lipstick?
Always.
No,
I have to rock something red. It's the signature. You
gotta show them your nails too.
Red nails, red lipstick, red earrings.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I saw your hair straight on that on your Instagram.
Yes.
I have never seen your hair straight.
I had to do it for the movie.
Oh,
so I had to change it up completely.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Sandy Red is a singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur, Chicago native, and a mama.
And a mama.
Yes, and a mama of some good-looking children.
Thank you.
Some good-looking boys. You might know her from The Voice because she just killed it for Chicago on The Voice. Like
CILT.
Like killed it. Like had people turning around fighting over and all types of stuff. So and I'm sure you can repeat all those shows on demand. So that was fairly recent.
That was season 15, so it was back in 2000. It actually just hit our 2-year anniversary since I was on the show, which went by pretty fast.
It did.
It
did. You were out there for I remember when you snuck and told me like I can't because I was trying to book you for something. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna be gone for a minute.
A minute.
Sandy also until the pandemic really until people realized, folks in the White House realized it wasn't a hoax.
Right.
Or actually, they already knew that. Was touring on Jesus Christ Superstar, the Broadway tour.
Yeah.
Sandy, tell me. Let's start with that. I think because it was the most recent, and and your whole life changed because of the pandemic, because you shut down production fairly quickly. Tell me about that experience, the auditioning, the whole thing.
Oh, the auditions were in New York. So that was pretty exciting to be able to go out there and see the people who put it together. But my journey with that story actually started here in Chicago because the people who put this production together are from London. So they did a 3-month run here in Chicago at the Lyric Opera House initially. Okay. And I first auditioned for that, got the part. And so we were doing it downtown Chicago. And so when my agent called me and told me, well, they're doing a a year-long national tour and, you know, we want to get you in for the audition, I literally flew to New York within 2 days of finding out about it and auditioned for them and got it.
I mean, I don't doubt anybody that hears you. You'll probably get every part you audition for. As you
wish
should.
that were true, Jesus. Come on, I'll take it.
You deserve it. You've also toured with 50, 49. He's 49 now because he talked about his kids, and I'm still mad at him. MC Light, Soldier Boy. Twister, Miguel.
I've opened for a lot of people.
Yeah. How are? Tell me who your favorite is from who you've worked with on a tour or performance.
My favorite that I've met so far, I loved Erykah Badu's Spirit. She was amazing. Like, her show was phenomenal. And this was when I got a chance to tour in France with Selena Johnson.
Nice.
So, yeah, and just her energy on stage is the same as her energy off stage.
Really?
Very spiritual person, very grounded, very nice. So got a chance to meet her. We had to wait forever.
Yeah, I bet.
We had to wait forever.
She was pulling the Lauryn Hill.
She was in her dressing room for a nice little minute, but we were patient and we waited, to like really just connect with her. My boy Malone, who I've toured with for years, he got a chance to actually sing for her.
Oh, dope.
Was
was that in France as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a great experience, but she was dope.
Was there anybody that you were kind of excited to work with, but it was kind of a disappointment, and you were kind of like, really, that's how they're acting?
Oh, I'm not going to put them
on
spirits
blast
out there.
Will you tell us off the air?
I'll tell y'all later, but I ain't gonna put that out in the atmosphere because one thing that I have learned in this industry is that everybody can have their bad day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And a bad moment doesn't equal a bad person.
Yeah, you're not the sum of your mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't ever want to presume to think that just because maybe my experience wasn't good with them in that moment, that that's just them all the time. So I wouldn't do that.
Very well.
Yeah, for sure. So touring in France, what other countries have you had the opportunity to visit because of your voice and your acting ability?
The United States of America.
All of them.
All over this nation. No, France was the only time I got a chance to actually go overseas. So I'm very grateful for that. And in the future, I plan on doing more traveling.
Sure.
Out of the country. But for the most part, just been all over. My country.
Yeah,
so,
and that's
proud of
and
that.
you know what? That's a lot. There's a lot of places in our own country I've never been, and so sometimes you can just explore your own, right?
Oh yeah, and especially with the Broadway opportunity, we were in a different city every week from August of 2019 to March of 2020 when we got sent home due to COVID.
Now, how long? So the runs were a week or 4 or 5 days in each city, or okay?
We would perform Tuesday through Sunday, and then Mondays our only day off would be our travel day.
So that
was
Broadway
brutal.
stuff ain't no joke.
Oh yeah.
You did one show a day. Did you do matinees as well?
No, we did one show Tuesday through Friday, and then 2 shows Saturdays, 2 shows Sundays, and then Monday early morning we were on a flight to the next city.
Wow.
Yeah. It is brutal, but it's so rewarding because you're right there. It's different than concert tours with singing, right?
Absolutely.
And you as a person are an engaging, interactive performer. So for you, that allows you to feed from your audience.
Absolutely. And it lets you connect in that moment.
Now, Sandy, I know you're from a musical family.
Yes, I am.
Your sister is a singing beast.
A singing beast, yes, Miss Michelle.
Miss Michelle.
MYS. Come on, look it up.
You bet not mistake it with MISS.
Exactly.
When did you start singing?
I've been singing since before I could probably talk. My mom, she was singing beast. You think me and Michelle are singing beasts? Like, she's far from what we were or what we are, and she brought us up teaching us how to sing. So we were like the little mini Jackson 5 too. Like, she would get us up in the mornings, do our lessons, do our Bible lessons, and then do our music lessons on the piano. And that was for years. We grew up as her background singers.
Oh, I did not
she
know
was
that.
a powerhouse.
I can believe it. She definitely you and your sister definitely got the gene though.
Oh yeah. But our entire family sings. It's just that me and Michelle are the only ones that kind of pursue it more so from the professional standpoint. My little sister Liberty, you know, she still sings here and there, but she came up more on the dancing side of it. She used to tour with Andrea Kelly.
Oh, gotcha.
She was on, you know, R&B X's.
Hollywood Exes.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hollywood Exes. Come on. She was on the first 2 seasons with Andrea Kelly for that. So, like, our entire family has been, you know, in this thing. My brothers, they used to tour with Tony Braxton.
Oh, dope.
Singing and background dancing, you know. So, this, like, our entire family has been this way.
Yeah.
That's a reality show right there.
Yeah, y'all since
Like,
ain't no more Braxtons, maybe we could get the bussies.
Oh yeah.
That would be dope. Actually,
Oh yeah, my brother Zarel, he's a rapper. He's out between Las Vegas and L.A. I could go on and on, up and down the list. So,
that's really dope, though. I think that maybe we should put together
Get
a
on the
production in
buses,
Chicago.
I think so. A family
hot.
affair.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Now, Sandy, tell me, is that our guest? Maybe. Oops, I just did something wrong. Stop touching stuff, girl. Sandy, tell me, what is the inspiration? How do you inspire and encourage yourself to keep singing? What do you want your voice to be to the audience?
The first thing that started me singing and inspires me to keep going is because of the sacrifices that my mom made to give us this gift. She literally did not have a life. She raised 8 kids on her own, and music was really all that she knew. And so she gave us what she knew. And when it was time for her to live her life after all of her little birdies left the nest, you know, she came down with cancer and she passed away. So she didn't get to fulfill her dreams. So her dreams sort of kind of morphed into my own. So my goal in life is to make sure that people know who she was through the work that I continue to do. So that's my first and foremost inspiration. Sorry.
That's okay.
And then of course my children, you know, they inspire me to keep going because I have to show them what, you know, chasing after your dream looks like the correct way, you know, because a lot of times people don't do it right.
Big facts. And you have boys.
I have boys, that
So,
are
and that's
quickly becoming men.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one man. He's 20, so I would say he's a little bit of a man.
They'll always be a little. They want you to say that, so you probably just got mommy points for that.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's that promise based kind of to yourself to make certain that you live through it because she gave it to you and wasn't able to do that. How old were you when your mom died?
I was 24.
Okay.
And she passed away at
young.
56 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I'm about to be 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been talking about, obviously, was it breast cancer?
It was a rare form of lung cancer, carcinosarcoma. So, and it was really rapid. So we weren't ready. She got diagnosed July 6th, passed away August 31st.
Oh, yeah.
So it came very quick.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, let's talk about what you do for the community, because I think that is probably, I don't know when you find time to do it, but you always do.
Yeah.
Share with us why you created your charity, your nonprofit, and how, are you still doing that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And COVID kind of put a pause to it for this summer, but it's definitely still in existence. My performing arts program is called the Mama's Birds Performing Arts Youth Organization. I started it 10 years ago in honor of my mother. Her name is Evangelist Margaret Owens Bussey. And, you know, it's a program where we do mentorship through music. You know, music is the foundation of it, but it's all about, you know, grabbing hold of those kids who really need it the most, really need something to latch on to, because too often I see kids who are going down the wrong path, who need some sort of positive reinforcement in their life, or just a different experience than maybe their parents can give them. And so that's what the program is all about, is making sure that, I'm a positive influence and force in these kids' lives. And for those who actually want to do music for a living, giving them something that they can have to resume build off of. Exposing them to the stars. We have, celebrity guest speakers that come in and tell their story and take pictures with them and spend time with them. They get a chance to learn singing, dancing, acting, songwriting. They don't get a choice. Right. They have to go through everything in the program, because too often I've seen at auditions where somebody is a great actor, but they don't get a part because they don't have the singing voice or they can't dance. So getting those kids out of their comfort zones to say, well, I'm a singer. No, I'm a performer. I can do it all.
Sure.
Now, singing may be your strong suit, but we are cultivating triple and quadruple threats in my program.
Yeah.
Which
is super important, right?
Yeah.
Because you gotta, one doesn't happen without the other.
Yeah.
I mean, in a successful space, you have to be multidisciplinary in the field of the arts. Yeah, if you can only sing and you can't dance, you're probably not going to Broadway.
If I could only sing, which is my strong suit, but I couldn't act, I wouldn't be in Broadway right now. And that's an opportunity that I'm so thankful for. So it's very necessary to, I feel like it's necessary to give the kids all of it.
I think
as much of it as possible.
Kids need tangible. They need to touch. We need. And so your program gives them the ability to touch in real life and see different than, no offense to basketball, but they're not going to touch those guys. Most kids aren't going to be able to touch and interact with, the Scottie Pippens or whomever. So being tangible, I think, is probably one of the best examples of school that you can give them, of learning that you could give them.
Absolutely.
How many kids is it all summer program, or is it?
We mostly run through the summer from what I advertise, but I have done stuff during the school year, but that's just like by contract and by location only. We usually have about 3 to 4 locations running during the summertime. So it's an 8-week program, fully extensive. They get their press kits at the end. They get a chance to perform at the end. They get their photo shoots, their studio time where they get to record the songs that they write in class, because we do a songwriting portion where they learn how to write songs, and then they get to record their own song. So I have kids that have over 8 years worth of material that they've been building, to see their growth, throughout the program.
I love it. That's really a solid program. I'm surprised no school has called you and said, "Hey, you want to do that?" In one of our schools. Well, maybe we do. They do. Well, Common has a school, but do they do theater in schools, in high schools anymore?
Some, not all. But I like to be a traveling program. Eventually, I want this to be something where we take out of state to different states. So I'm kind of working on that. I'm in the works with that right now. But my program is designed to be not just convenient and for the kids, but convenient for the parents. So we try to put it in locations where it's easy for kids to get to, even without their parents.
Makes sense.
So that's the goal around the world.
I love that. And so I don't want to start this. This is going to, you telling us about your album is going to take longer than our break. So I'm going to do a quiz with you early.
Come on, quiz.
Do this quiz because
I used to be a straight A student. We're going to see what I do now.
I used to. Spell USTA. That's the Tennis Association. Did I just get them a free plug? So shame on me. Y'all owe me a check. Okay, Sandy.
Oh, Lord.
Wait. Yeah, because this is a Chicago.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Sugar or salt and pepper on your grits?
Oh, come on, sugar and butter.
Oh, Lord.
Who does it?
That's the South.
Who does salt and pepper? I don't know these people.
This kid. Do you call them sneakers or gym shoes?
Gym shoes.
Thank you. You're so
Gym shoes.
Cubs or White Sox?
Oh God, I gotta go with White Sox because I got to sing the national anthem for them.
You know what?
I'll take
I got a whole
yeah.
jersey with my name on it and everything,
We'll
so I
let
gotta
you
go
have
White
that.
Sox.
I'm gonna make sure that I call Julian Green and you get you to the Cubs.
Yeah.
So then next, and then on purpose
And
bring
then
you
I'll
back
switch.
so you can. right. Thin crust or deep dish pizza?
God, it depends. If it's from Giordano's, it's got to be deep dish. That's the only deep dish I do is from Giordano's. But otherwise,
what's
it's
your
thin crust. Beggars.
Beggars is good pizza.
Wait, but you're South Suburbs too, so you've never done Aurelio's?
I like Aurelio's thin crust. I don't like
thin
their
crust.
deep.
I don't do deep.
I don't like
Aurelio's
their deep
is thin
dish.
crust. Yeah.
Giordano's got everybody beat, so I literally only do deep dish with Giordano's.
Yeah, Giordano's is good.
Yeah.
Beggars has good. Something sweet about their cheese that I like. Something. It reminds me of Chuck E. Cheese's when we were little.
Really?
Yeah.
We need to.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know. I
pizza.
just feel like the more cheese it is, you can't swallow it at Beggars.
That's what he said.
Oh God!
Swallow. What's Gina's thing? Swallow. Don't something. Never mind.
Don't swallow.
Ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Both.
Okay.
It's got to be a combination. They marry each other.
They go
Exactly.
together.
I
They
agree.
go together. You can't have them apart.
I agree.
Soda. Do you say soda or pop?
Pop. Yeah,
Cheese,
soda
for
I think
sure.
is a what is that, a down south thing? I hear soda more when I go to Atlanta.
It's soda pop. Is with y'all shortening the whole name.
It's pop. Give me a pop. I want a pop.
When you used to tell your mama that she pop you, wouldn't she? My kind of pop.
My mama actually didn't let us drink pop when we were growing up, so I probably used to sneak.
As we all.
Right.
Harold's Chicken or Uncle Remus?
I have to admit that I've never had Uncle Remus yet, so I got to go with Harold's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sauce is man.
Okay, well, you got to go to Uncle Remus.
Okay,
Yeah.
you saying they better than Harold's?
I don't eat it, but I've tried her barbecues. I don't eat chicken, but the sauce is everything.
It's better than Harold's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to see. We're
Yeah.
going to
Set that up. Yeah.
Do you say, I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway because you said all the other answers, so I could probably pick this one.
Okay.
Freeway or expressway?
Expressway.
I knew
Expressway. Who says freeway? I gotta get on the freeway.
But see, but
today. It ain't free. I paid 3-4 tolls to get here. What's free? No.
I'd say freeway because we used to, it was the toll road or the freeway, meaning the not payway.
Right.
Free. That's so.
We
Yeah,
just got the
expressway.
express, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's faster. You get, yeah.
Somebody said the other day, the E-way. I said, you really from Chicago.
Yeah.
When
I
you-
say expressway or E-way.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Okay. So I know the answer to this one too. Auntie or auntie?
Auntie.
Right. Real simple.
That's the only one, right? But we're still she's still part of the South Suburbs.
South side.
So listen, and now y'all know she is really a Chicagoan.
Yes.
We are gonna take a break. Come back. We're gonna jump into. You guys stay with us.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be here.
We're gonna jump into a call with Jacob Blake Sr. and talk to him about a rally he is hosting today to get people out to vote. And so we're gonna come back with him and Sandy. How about that part?
Come on.
We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black youth events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black youth members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black youth-led organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Jordan, Chicago famous.
Tony Scope, was there still that pushback against comedians becoming radio personalities, or was it accepted around that time?
In Chicago, we was used to having some funny on the radio in the morning, so.
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you.
Man, I remember one time I was at a Bulls game, and I'm at the little concession stand. This dude in front of me, this little OG dude turned around like, yeah, you that cat, you that dude that replaced Dale. We don't like that shit. I'm just saying, word.
Why are you here?
I'm like, I'm just trying to buy a hot dog, sir. I'm just trying to buy a hot dog. And then what make it so bad, when Sam left and I got the job, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm getting ready to do afternoons. She's like, oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, I'm replacing Sam. So she's like, hold on. Wait, you replacing Sam Silk? Where's Sam going? I'm like, my mama was upset.
Right, your mama.
Right. I'm like, Mama, did you just hear that let me replace Sam Silk? And she was like, okay. Where's Sam going? But yeah, so I think that was the point where I really realized that, I had a chance of actually making a career.
Chicago famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. We are joined now by Jacob Blake Sr., the father of Jacob Blake Jr., who was senselessly shot back in August by a police officer. And what Mr. Blake has done is turn tragedy into a pivotal moment of understanding our rights and how we have to use our voice. He is in town today with 4 other families, and they are hosting a rally so that they can encourage people that it's your voice and your vote that count. Welcome to the Book of Dawn, Mr. Blake.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tell us, I read a quote I want to read, which is very profound. It says, "The shooting of my son is a tragedy and a long line of violent acts against my family and our people. We are not going to let that stop us." And that is really the start, the foundation of why you are doing this rally and bringing people together. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. It's our duty as African Americans to step up when we're called upon to represent our people effectively. My son was a senseless attempt to. It was an attempted murder on my son, and those that have been murdered is senseless. But we have to change laws. We have to change the people that make the laws. If we do not vote, we cannot do that. It won't happen if we don't vote. And I never get tired of representing my people. I draw on my son's unfortunate incident to give me energy, to lift me to do what I have to do.
Spoken by a true father. Mr. Blake, your son is Of the families that are joining you today, Alvin Cole, George Floyd's family, Breonna Taylor's family, your son, all praise due to God, is the only one that is actually still living to help this movement go forward. Does that how is it working with the other families? How is that relationship? Mr. Blake, can you hear me? He's frozen.
I think it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah. He'll tap back in. So I'll just take this minute to give you some of the details about what he is in town doing. This peaceful protest, which is going to observe all social distancing laws and the wearing of masks are absolutely necessary, is at 1 p.m. today. At Grand Park at the corner of Jackson and Columbus Drive in Chicago. It's a get out the vote rally, and is going to be attended by several. Let's see if you pop back in. Hold on. There you go. Hold on one second. Look at me acting like I know technology. I don't.
You do.
Hold on. I'm gonna just switch it like that so that when he does pop up. It's going to feature speeches from obviously the organizer, the lead family that is in the organizing, which is Jacob Blake Sr., Philanice Floyd, Tamika Palmer, and Tracy Cole will be the other family representatives that are family members of the other victims who were actually murdered. Senator Dick Durbin, congressional members Bobby Rush, Jan Schakowsky, Danny Davis, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., Al Sharpton, and Christian Perry. Additionally, Isaiah Thomas and Mark Aguirre, Chicago for real famous, and NBA legends will be in attendance, and Will I Am. I didn't know that until today. Will I Am and Jennifer Hudson will both be remotely participating, which is actually really cool.
Yeah,
that is going. They want everybody to come out. It's open to the public, and yeah, you got to wear your mask. You gotta practice your social distancing. Wear your mask the right way. Not under your nose, over your nose and your mouth.
I mean, it's going to be live streamed by CNN, so that's very major. And I really hope that they can, use this platform to just really. We know it's going to be peaceful, but hopefully they can start working on making a difference, and especially because Jacob, who has survived, I mean, the whole thing is just sad, but I am glad that he is going to be able to tell his story and hopefully make an impact on other people by what he's gone through. So.
As a parent, I can't. It's unfathomable for somebody to attempt to hurt your child, let alone kill him.
Yes,
like don't step on her toe. I have to commend him because I don't know where they draw their strength from. The families that lost their loved one and him. I mean, he has to look, I'm not a dad, but as a parent, I can't even imagine a dad looking at his junior living through this after everything we've been through. So it definitely makes certain that you jump out. If you have free time, you can obviously watch it on CNN. However, if you are in the area and if you're not voting, shame on you. I mean, you have to vote. You don't have to. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a Maze show. That whole I'm gonna let Maze do that. Speaking of, aren't you election night gonna be here? Election night show starts at 7, right?
7 to midnight,
7 to midnight. So wow, you're gonna have a long day.
Speakers coming in and out.
We're gonna have you go out and do some actual coverage for us.
Oh, dope. So I'm the street team. What that?
You're gonna be with the people.
I like that.
Somebody somewhere.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Dawn. All right. Well, we're gonna actually switch gears because I think we lost him. I don't know if he's going to pop back in. If he does, we'll pop him back in when he gets back in. But we're going to go back to the Chicagoan, Sandy Red. the express. I was about to say the freeway. The expressway. Right. Sandy, I know you're always ready to sing. So I'm going to catch you off guard.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just
All right
God,
now.
wait, I got so many favorites that you sing.
Right.
You can't give us any of your album yet because that comes out next year. Valentine's. You'll be able to, you'll be responsible for some babies.
Yeah,
some
maybe
pandemic babies.
And your the movie too, which we'll go into in a few minutes. But are you doing anything on the soundtrack for the movie as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Ignite Your Love. Yes.
Is that the name of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what you play I want you to sing first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doggone it, Don.
You need some water. Look, I got some water.
No, I'm good. I just ain't warmed up. You done.
Your
you done
scratchy
caught me.
voice.
Wait, should we turn our
and
chairs around?
All really good singers have scratchy voices. I have a scratchy voice. How come I can't sing?
We gotta investigate that.
Right. Or film me in the shower.
Oh wait.
Let's be like the voice. We'll turn our chairs around, then we'll.
I'm gonna keep mine because I already know where she going. Right.
Okay, I got one.
Okay. This girl got a mean voice.
There's a hole in my heart. My soul is bleeding. I need to free my mind and see what I'm feeling. 'Cause Lord knows, Lord knows. All right, Don, that's enough.
It is because pass the bucket. Where the tithe that
Come on, where collection play that?
Yeah, you know I'm good for the tip. I'm good.
Look,
for
we're in digital times. We can't touch the plate, so it's a Cash App collection plate.
Cash App collection. Come on, Cash App collection.
Cash App collection.
I wonder if they would really do that in a church.
Right. Because we can't touch
I don't
it.
put it past. Once they put ATMs in the doggone
Baby,
lobbies.
didn't they put them in the lobby? And then
Lord.
they did get like you can Zelle on. I said, well,
They be having the announcements. They be having the announcements. Church got to keep moving. They gonna get it done.
Period. Okay, so now tell us about working on your own album. You've toured with all the greats. Tell us the process with doing your own.
It's touch and go because I feel like I want natural experiences to inspire me. So I will literally be either laying in bed or sleep and pop up with an idea. And then next thing you know, I'm hopping and skipping and jumping all over the room and voice recording, because everything is in my head. So, and that's kind of how I want my album to be. I want it to come from an authentic place. I don't want it to be forced or anything like that. So I'm really taking my time with it. Sure. And of course, because everybody is not, everybody doesn't do rock soul when it comes to like just the energy that comes behind that musically. So, linking with the right producers that can really embody that sound that I'm going for.
Yeah. And so how many songs are you doing? Like 12, 13? Are you doing like a traditional
album? It's probably going to be
album?
about 12 or 13.
Okay.
I'm pulling at least 5 songs from my previous EPs that I feel like haven't gotten the right traction so far. I feel like they still need a voice. They still need to be pushed. And then I'm doing about 6 or 7 brand new ones. So
are you working with any of the guys from Chicago? Is it a live music album, or will you have any live music recordings on there?
There will be pieces, but the entire album is not going to be live music, but it's going to doggone near sound like it.
Yeah.
Because I love that live high energy sound.
Yeah. I think that's how I would describe you, as like a rock soul.
Yeah.
I think that's a good description of you, because you are multi-genre in your ability. And your stage presence is very electric, like rock star. Tell me that's Valentine's projected. Well,
Projected, yeah.
Yeah. How is being on tour and being a musician, how are you able to manage being a mommy to boys?
Because they come first, and everything that I do is centered around them. Like even this morning, I got up early. Usually I make sure that my son showers, even though they're doing remote learning. So it's easy for them to just pop up out of bed and log in. But I make him shower like it's a regular school day to wake his mind and his body up. And, I cut him up some fresh fruit and, make sure that he's all settled. And before I go out and do anything, if I'm already gone, I have it already preset, and I'm calling. So it's like they're first and foremost in my mind, making sure that they're, living their lives and feeling normal even through the midst of my crazy.
How is your phenomenal appearance on The Voice changed their life and or yours?
I feel like I feel like I've always had the respect factor of, my music in Chicago. I've done a lot in Chicago, but it's taken that respect worldwide. Like, people who have either heard about me or, who know who I am. It just feels good to be acknowledged for the work that you've put in. Because this thing didn't just come overnight, and it didn't just come through The Voice. Don, Lisa. Yeah. That I've been at this thing for 11 plus years professionally.
Yeah.
But singing all my life. So it's great for the work to be acknowledged.
I always say your gift will make room for you. And really your stick-to-itness is this industry is not for the faint.
It's not.
if you're not in for the it's a what did they say? It's a marathon.
Yeah.
It'll beat you up. Like it will beat you up and discourage you. And so I think the grounding from your mother and a musical family, and always, with the love of your own children, I think that is probably what allows you to keep moving and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
And then the healing that I get from music, like if I'm going through something, if I need some sort of inspiration, if I need that push, even in life, music actually heals me. I've been going through something that feels like it's tearing my soul out of my chest. And all I got to do is get on stage and perform, and I feel whole again. So it's something that I can't live without. And I've recognized that. So I have no plan B. I don't have anything to fall back on. Like, it's music or bust for me. I'm going to be in a wheelchair at 90, still cutting the rug.
Right.
Now,
doing concerts.
Is it hard for you to make the transition? Because, of course, Jesus Christ Superstar, you're singing. That's a musical. It's not just a play. But the movie that you're actually the lead role for, Ignite Your Love, you're doing the whole acting part. I know you wanted to stay away from the music part for that to show your acting.
Yes,
so how is the transition with that, just to be an actress?
It's amazing. Like, I've done all of this all of my life. So even though singing is first and foremost, I've always been an actress, and it feels good to be able to showcase that talent in a way where the music doesn't overshadow it. Because a lot of times when I've done musical stage plays, it's like, I just acted my butt off. I cried real doggone tears. I done pulled all of this thing up out of me, but people walk away with the music part. So with Ignite Your Love, shout out to Stacey Gill, Breezy Entertainment, Breezy Films, all of that. It allows me the opportunity to be able to showcase my acting, and for people to really focus and concentrate on that, and kind of tell me whether or not I can. You know,
so
yeah.
I think you can.
I think I can.
And you guys got some good people in the movie too. I mean, like I know, like Felony Davis plays your dad, right?
Yes,
from Public Announcement.
From Public Announcement. Yes, Felony is my dad. He's a great dad. Like I can see him being my real dad.
And Esco, I think he's from the West Side. Was one of your peoples.
Yeah,
they got a good cast. And that's coming out during Valentine's weekend, hopefully too. I know they're working on some major deals right now. So.
Oh yeah, you got Messiah Equiano.
Oh, he's a beast.
He's a beast on the acting side, and a writer.
Yeah.
He's a director as well. He does his own thing. So for him to play alongside me is great. We have Vo. He's a well-known rapper that went viral for his musical content that he does in his vehicle.
Yeah,
and so for him to transition to the acting side is great to see him. He's really funny.
Is he funny?
Off camera. Yes. Really funny. Then you have oh Lord, they're gonna kill me because I'm forgetting names. But yes, it's a great, amazing cast. Great, amazing cast.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. And it comes out also Valentine's Day.
Valentine's?
I don't want to say it's Valentine's Day. I'm sorry. But I know it's around Valentine's Day. So, Breezy, don't kill me, but that's the projected goal, of course, considering COVID and where the world goes. But that's the projected goal for it to be released around Valentine's Day.
Now, what was your favorite moment on The Voice?
Oh, my favorite moment on The Voice was the dedication to my mom. The last song that I got a chance to do before the elimination song, where, the world really got to see my emotion behind how I really feel about my mom. She was everything to us. And for her to be able to, for her to be able to be exposed to the world on a platform that large meant everything to me, because that is the reason why I'm able to even be in front of you all today.
Yeah.
So the goal is so that people can remember her through me.
I think, that is awesome, and she has to be smiling. She got to be looking down with a big old grin.
You're doing so. Do you keep in touch with anybody like from the judges or some of the other contestants that were?
Oh heck yeah! Me and a few of my friends, we actually just went to Atlanta last weekend to surprise Patrick, the one that beat me in the battles.
In the battles?
Yes, he had a show in Atlanta, so we went down there to surprise him and support him.
Nice.
Yeah, I keep up with a lot of them.
Yeah, I've heard that actually about The Voice judges. A lot of the people that I know that have been on it, they're actually human. Like they're not like sitting over their star celebrity. They really the contestants and the judges.
Yeah, it really creates a family dynamic. One thing I love about the show is that they don't pit us against each other, and it allowed for us to be able to create those bonds and really support each other through the process. So even with Jennifer and Kelly, just the energy that they gave us that created that family dynamic to begin with was just it was amazing.
Yeah, I think that's important to highlight, because reality TVs typically the producers kind of pitch you to act a certain way, for ratings, like to be mean-spirited, you know what I mean? And so, which is really cool, actually. Did you watch the last season, Kaden? Did you see the girl from Chicago? Did you see Katie?
I saw highlights because
Katie was my daughter's music teacher from kindergarten.
Right, I remember when we hit
yeah. I was just like, I love the fact that the best of our city, like you represented our city well, like y'all put on,
she did
all of the people, your energy, your you kept it 1,000. That's add an extra zero.
And that was the goal. You're told for a long time in this industry that you got to leave Chicago to make it. And my goal was to make it from my city, to represent my city, and to, be a shining example of what comes from my city. So I was so glad that I was able to have that moment for us.
Now, if your kids go in the business, would your sons sing?
My son is actually in the business. My oldest son, he's a rapper. His rap name is Reese Money.
Okay.
And what's funny is that his entire life he played basketball. We put all this money behind basketball. AAU teams were traveling and all of this all over the world. And then for him to get to his senior year and like, Ma, I wanna rap. I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
Right.
What do you mean? I done invested all this money into basketball. College coaches are looking at you, and it's not cheap.
No.
But I didn't realize that his entire life he's always been exposed to music.
Sure.
I started my performing arts program when he was 10.
Oh,
And so every summer he would be in it, even though it's like that's not what he would have chosen to do. He was always exposed. He had 10 years worth of music in the studio and all of this time invested in that. And I didn't realize I was planting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a rapper. My youngest son, he's a singer, but he's in his cool phase. So he don't sing. I don't do that no more, Mom. You know what I'm saying?
How old is he?
He's 14.
Oh, yeah.
Has a beautiful voice.
And he's like,
but
no, I'm too
he's
cool,
too
for
cool
school right now.
Right. Basically.
I love that, though. And I love that you mommy them.
Yeah.
And it exudes. I always talk about people who social media you look at and it's just a bunch of pictures of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that speaks volumes when social media is just all that person.
Yeah.
And I look at yours and it's family. It's it's friends. It encompasses such a broad space, which speaks again to who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And the boys are taller than you.
Both of them now. My 14-year-old is like looking at me out of eye. I said, "Don't you try it."
Right? Yeah. With
Don't
the
you
quick
try
neck.
it. With the quick
With the quick neck. When did you decide to wear your hair so funky and cool?
This was this was a journey.
Okay.
Because I didn't used to. You remember how I used to have my hair? I used to have it pinned up on the side with my regular hair out at one point. I tried some other crochet stuff at one point. I tried the straight hair sew-ins for a couple of years at one point.
Yeah, that's so not you.
Yeah, but because I wasn't perming my hair. So every time, you got this wonderful straight hair.
For 5 minutes.
And then you got this wonderful fro that's coming out the sides of it, So I had to figure something out. So my hairstylist that I've been with for years, who's also a very good friend of mine, Fascia Horn of Braids by Fascia, she just started experimenting different things on my hair and kind of came up with this, and it stuck.
It's
funky.
And it's very unique. So
especially because in the part, like I've seen you perform at several places where I was at parties and you just happen to be there and you come out, you can adjust with any band and you're all over the place and your hair works with your performance. I mean, because you are literally all over the place and it's an experience.
I didn't look too good after shows.
No,
I was a mess.
I wouldn't, but your whole show is just
at least you can say it to
yeah.
yourself.
Look, I'm good with that.
Right.
I was a mess. Eyelashes was coming off. Makeup was all over the place. Shout outs to Shaka Sheer Beauty because she get my makeup together. Because I was trying to do my own makeup. I was
your makeup
melting.
actually looks really good.
But
actually.
I
looks
did
like
this
you don't have
myself,
makeup on.
but if I performed in what I do myself, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good at all.
well, when you're able to correct yourself, you're very mature. But tell whoever do it, don't ever. I was in the beauty supply the other day, baby. I was ducking in the eyelash aisle. Because it was eyelashes in there big as my hand.
Yeah.
On everything.
Oh, people serious about their
look,
eyelashes.
Them joints was like,
do men really find that attractive on women? Is that, because then I'll just be,
do they?
If men like those
eyelashes,
daddy long leg eyelashes,
there are some men that actually find it attractive.
I guess I'd rather be single and just get dogs.
You know what though?
Like.
I'm talking about these. Man.
I'm talking about ones that are like 12 feet off your eyes.
I'm talking about I'm not talking about eyelash, like normal.
You know what though? It actually looks good on some women. It's not built for my face.
I'm
you know,
sorry.
but it looks good on some women, especially when they're going for that dramatic.
I can't look at them in the face though. They look like it looks like you need to do a carry on with
it
them.
It makes my eye water.
Mine
like
too.
When I look at them, I start blinking.
So do I.
Like my godbaby's weird. I almost said her name. I'm so glad I didn't. She probably ain't watching, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Casey, girl, take them.
I can't do it either.
I'm gonna show you a picture. I said, girl,
wow.
it looked like little.
Yeah. Now I don't wear them that big.
I know.
I only wear eyelashes when I perform, and that's only because, like, you know, my camera guy Eugene, he told me that my face looks like it's disappearing on stage because I'm so light.
Oh, gotcha. That makes
so
sense.
just kind of like accenting certain.
Yeah,
things where
eyelashes
people
are
can see me
fine.
from
I don't
far
have
away.
I'm talking about the ones that look like daddy long legs coming out your
Yeah.
face. Yeah, those. Yeah.
Yeah, to each his own. You know, live your life.
Yeah, but don't come in there with no
And I
eyelashes
can't-
as long as eyelashes as long as your hair. I'm like the blood of Jesus.
She's not
You
lying.
braid it. It's coming off the side.
Put it in a ponytail.
Exactly. Put little beads in them because I can't look at people in the eye. I want to start laughing. I want to go like this to them. Yeah, I can't. My eyes water too like that.
They make my eyes water, so
Yeah.
I'm very I'm very natural with it. I put them on just kind of lengthen it.
I'm not opposed to eyelashes. Now I've had the single little thingies that you put on and the whole ones.
Oh yeah,
But
those look nice.
yeah.
Those do look very nice.
But when I'm looking at you, when I'm talking to you and I'm doing like this, and they're like, "What's wrong?"
And it looks like a bird's about to fly off your eye. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
For real, whole butterfly on that mug.
Those kinds are not for me.
Right, Sandy. What advice would you give? Well, you do this all summer, so
Yeah.
just share with us what advice you give a young girl who feels like she has a voice and wants to be in your industry.
Don't compromise. You don't have to. You know, your gift will make room for you, so don't be scared of the rejection that comes with the upward climb. You're gonna get it. So when you come with the mindset of expecting it, you have, you know, your list of this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm not gonna do, and stand firm in that. You don't have to compromise in order to make it. And I think we've, you know, too long we've been a part of an industry of compromise.
Sure.
And we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And also, don't be easily offended. What I've learned is that a lot of times people treat you a certain way or approach you a certain way, especially men in the industry when it comes to me, because maybe that's all they know. Maybe that's all they've seen work. So this is how they operate, and this has been the norm. But when you become that light that teaches them that there are other ways to do things, and that just because you hit on me or you said something off the wall and I didn't, you know, I don't get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's very easy to, oh my God, you know you didn't just say that.
Right.
You is out of pocket.
Right.
We ain't got to do all that.
You ain't got to do all that. Right.
And boy, you crazy. Quit tripping. Let's work. And get back to work.
Yeah.
And eventually they will get on your page. I've seen it happen time and time again. And they have more respect for you because you ain't popping off, you ain't going off the deep end. And sometimes it's like in order for them to do differently, they have to be exposed to something different.
Absolutely.
So I'm that exposure. Be that exposure. You know, that gives them something else.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Sandy, thank you for coming in to the Book of Dawn. And
Thank you
listen,
for having me.
I didn't text you this, so I can tell you this. The Saturday after Thanksgiving is our inaugural soundstage. What's in it for the Black People Media and Book of Dawn soundstage. So we'll be doing live performance from here.
Nice.
Live streamed. And so I gotta get you on the calendar.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. You
Y'all ain't
know
even
anything
ready,
for you,
baby.
Don. Anything for you.
I keep asking. I should ask. I'm like, Sandy, are you available on today? Okay.
Don already know if I'm here, I'm good.
Look, but I sure know how to get the money.
Hey, come on.
They offered me $200. Dawn, can you call them back? Absolutely, because we're going to get more than 200.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Secure the bag. We're actually going to secure the bag. Sandy Red, y'all, check her out on Instagram.
Yes, all of my social media is Sandy Red Music. That is red with two doggone D's.
Right.
How about it?
Right. Doggone. The second one is for Dawn. No, actually, it's not.
I'm
But,
double D's too. Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
No, you like G. She like G. She like double G. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. We just had an amazing conversation with Sandy Red, mommy, actress, entrepreneur, singer, not singer. There's a difference. And just a community advocate for the arts and for our future, for our next generation. I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful you came.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We're going to secure the bag with a commercial, right? We're going to secure our bag with a commercial, and then we'll be right back with Carl West.
WIFTBPM.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
I was going to ask you, so, growing up, did you ever have an old racist family in your neighborhood? Did you have one live next to you or one down the street? Just somebody's house that you know on the block, you didn't want to go nowhere near that house. The neighbor who was directly behind us had a real problem coming outside seeing my white mother and my black father. We got us the gun line. This dude built an 8-foot fence, more like 10 foot.
They put up the Huck Finn joint.
Exactly. That shit looked like a castle. You know, my dad, he's a big guy, football player guy. My dad guy who walks over there.
Old school
and
Black.
he's like, yo, I don't appreciate these apples in my yard. He's like, motherfucker, we don't even have an apple tree. These are your apples. Do you like apples? Your kids are throwing apples over here. Okay, there's that little space, but there's still a fence. So they're right there looking at each other.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
And I said something like, yeah, Dad. And that dude said, shut up, you little monkey. Leroy stuck his head over the fence. You're gonna die, clown! Grabbed dude by the neck.
Run.
And proceeded to pull him halfway over this fence. Like, finish him. Mrs. Wheeler comes running out. Oh, Leroy, don't do that. It's not worth it. Blah, blah, blah. My dad was getting ready to kill this dude. And within 6 months, that guy moved away.
Don't cross the gun line, boss.
Right, the gun line, boss.
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your Black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking
What school
about.
you go to though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, no,
I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar. Oh, it's good. People disrespect the city schools. This Chicago. And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man. Nah, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Trigger with instructor Mike on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Why?
Why? Because someone told a great guy no.
No! God, please, no! No!
And he told that no, and he said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that no into next opportunity. That's the latest book I just released. What I tell myself about no, because children who do not understand the power of rejection and the propulsion that occurs inside it becomes adults who can't take rejection, and your next opportunity could be right around the corner if you just understand how to use that no. And that's why we exist at What's in It for the Black People Media Network, because someone took a no and said, I'm gonna create next opportunity. You're not silencing the voice, because that's what's in it for the black people, is the truth. Not always that you want to hear, it's the shit that needs to be said, because our ancestors fought and died to give us the right of access. And who the fuck are you to tell me no? Only on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
Chicago famous with Mike Love and Diz.
The destined legend himself, Leon Rogers.
Yeah.
What's going on, Playboy?
Man, listen, honored to be here with radio legends, man. Two brothers I looked up for and patted my success.
You walked away from your day job and you went straight in the
Man, brother, first time somebody called me to do the gig, they was like, hey, I got my grandmama's 85-year-old birthday party. She's turning 85. She has a brain tumor. I mean, now she's not going to be able to hear because she's in a coma, but she'll be laying in the room, and we just want the good vibes. Well, what is it? $75. We need you to do an hour. I'm there because of the passion. I wanted to do the comedy. So I quit. But when you quit that job, and the job I had was decent. My father, every young black man should have a dad or a father figure in his life.
Yes.
When I say he went off on me.
My son works.
When I told him I quit to do comedy, my mom, mamas is always like, well, that's good, baby. You spread your wings. Realizing what God wants you to do.
Right.
My father, you got to be the dumbest son of a bitch in the world. I can't believe you came from my ball sack. $65,000 a year. Me and your mama combined only make 80. You dumb mother. I mean, going off. Like, me and my pops actually kind of fell out.
Old school black fathers, old school mindset. They came up working. They know how hard it is.
Hands knuckles black. Hands look like he worked at the steel mill, like he was dipping them in the lava. So, he pissed. My hands manicured.
He's super cool and he know kung fu.
I'm clean. I work on computers.
Drives a $5,000 car and wears a $100 suit.
Right.
He like, I'm out here getting lung poisoning from inhaling all these steel mill fumes and touching people's mail. Look at my hands. I can't even pick up a fork and knife. Your mama got to cut my food for me. And you want to quit to do some damn comedy. He hell.
Chicago famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Oh, I forgot to ask Sandy to do a drop.
We'll get her to one. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn, and now we are joined by
who that?
Who this?
Who this?
If you don't know who this is, you've really been living under a rock. Shame on you. Carl West is a journalist and entrepreneur. He's the chairman and CEO of MG Media Group, which is a global marketing firm, marketing and publishing firm founded in 1998. That was the year of my baby's birth. From that, he birthed, in his entrepreneurial spirit, he birthed the Truth Magazine and the Truth Awards. Both of those have given a platform and a showcase to Chicago artists and international artists as well. But he's very focused as a Chicagoan, a CVS Cavalier.
Yep.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
They got my picture on the wall when you walk in. That's the first thing you see.
Yes. So, yes. Right. I only shout out Luther South, but I'm going to go ahead because my mother-in-law went to CVS, so I'm okay with that.
Bless her heart.
Carl's been recognized by numerous organizations for the work that he's done in hip-hop and helping reinforce the good culture, not some of the crazy stuff we see right now, but the relevance of artistry and community through his work. Carl, you also taught, I did not know that until I actually read your bio. I did not know that you taught in city colleges and at Chicago State. Tell me about teaching.
I taught at city colleges. I taught at Malcolm X. I taught a class at Olive Harvey, as well as Kennedy King. It was called The Business of Hip Hop. I did that for 2 years together because I only wanted to do one class a week. So what they had me do, this was when Gano Brooks was the president of Malcolm X, good friend of mine. He's retired now. So he hooked me up with that. That was why Malcolm X was the first school I was at. And he introduced me to the president of Kennedy King, and at the time, Olive Harvey. They all gave me opportunity. So I taught a class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at those 3 schools during that 2-year period. And so being that I wasn't a registered teacher, I didn't have all the credentials to teach, so they allowed me to have an open class where we charged folks. It was a shared revenue where we charged folks $150 for the class, and then we split the difference. It was a 50-50. And each class I probably had maybe 20, 25 people that it wasn't a real revenue generating opportunity, but it was definitely a time for me to want to utilize my skills, my knowledge of hip hop, because I was always interested in the business aspect of hip hop, not necessarily the musical side. And so it was great classes, and that was when the city colleges turned over and the mayor did a sweep and got a new chancellor, and that's when they changed their business model that didn't allow somebody like me and so many others who had those opportunities to come into school without having credentials and teach. So that kind of put an end to that. I would have still been doing it if the model was the same, because I had fun. And I'm sure by now I would have had, people who would have been clamoring to get into class like that, because hip hop is such a real thing, right? And people wanted to know about the business aspect. I mean, cats was telling their friends in the hood, they was all coming to the class, can they get in? But we had a constraint in terms of the number of people to be in the class. So it was so many kids I turned away who wanted to be in my classes. And it was just something I did quiet. I didn't talk about it. It was just my love of giving back, of my knowledge of understanding, again, the business aspect of hip hop, because creating an award show in the magazine, you have to understand how to do it from a business standpoint. That's the most important thing with creating any platform like what Maze and your guys are doing here. You got to understand the business aspect of why this exists, as well as then giving it a platform for voices. But it also has to be looked upon as an opportunity to generate wealth through some means, or whatever wealth look like, because that's relative to people.
Sure.
Right? Doesn't mean the same for some people.
Absolutely.
Right? So
tell me. So you touched on the truth, and I want to ask you why you named it that, and what was your goal when you created that platform?
I think you said it best when you said I wanted to talk about the positive, because the truth was about a positive part of our community. What made me think about it, I used to go to like you, right? We was hustlers in the street, and I used to go to Soul Train Awards and BET Awards, and I was like, man, I need something like that for Chicago. So when I went, I didn't really try to go in front of the stage. I was trying to sneak backstage to see what the controlled chaos looked like, right? And so I was like, wow, I can do this, but I got to prepare for all of this nonsense. But if I can pull this off, we'll have something that would showcase emerging talents, because I always kept, like, in those shows, respectfully, they were always showcasing the artists and awarding the ones who had already been established, right? And I said, well, every established artist came from being not established.
Sure.
I wanted to focus on the cats who were not established, who was in the streets hustling, spending their money, doing whatever they had to do to get money so they can put together an album or whatever they was doing. And I said, I want to highlight those cats, and I want to tell the truth about that story. And so that word truth just rung out. Okay. And so that's how it all came about, because I had the Truth magazine first.
Right.
And that same year I birthed that is when I said, well, I'm going to do what BET, TV, BET Awards, Soul Train Awards. So it all kind of came together. And, it was the absolute best time of my life. I mean, truly, I had a chance to meet so many amazing people. And it lasted 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
I was, by like year 8, I was blown out. I wasn't even ready. I was like, it's that time of year again.
Right.
I was hurting. And I was like, I don't feel like, because loving my people, but the organizing of it was just, it wasn't my end.
Work.
it was the nominees and the honorees and the performers. Everybody thought they was the hottest dude on the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
And they wanted me to treat them that way, and I'm like,
Wrong guy.
I'm giving you your love, but I ain't gonna. You ain't Prince. You ain't Jigga Man, right? Just relax, cool out. They was demanding the craziest stuff, like. What are you talking about? I'm like, no. Here's my guidelines. Here's what we give, and there's no wavering on that.
Yeah.
And so that got to be too much to me over the years, having to deal with them. Like, I was getting older, like we all do. We get older and we get more mature, and our interests and our tastes slightly alter. And I was like, well, you know what? As much as I love hip hop, I don't love you cats that much no more.
Yeah. But you know what? The reality is, Carl, some people don't know when to quit, right? Yeah. Everything has its time and its purpose. So dragging some of them shows we now watching, like, why is it still on? Right. You know what I'm saying? And so knowing that you had hit your mark, you did something nobody had ever done.
And still haven't.
Right. And
over a period of time, folks have done it once or twice over like 2 years or 1 year, but nobody has done it at a 10-year run. And I helped the cats who did it. They all got backdoor assistance from me. They called me and said, I want to do an award show. Can you help me? I gave them the pros and cons, what to do, don't do, and they never listened. Yeah. which is why they didn't last, because they put themselves in situations that were uncontrollable. And if you do that, you just starting off. Always manage your position. Manage what you can do at this moment, and if you do that well, it'll grow. They tried to come out and be BET in the beginning, right? And mortgage the cribs and stuff, trying to make it happen, and the wife put them out. Like, dude, right?
Well, you're talking about setting platforms, and actually the number 10, and you know what you're doing now, because this is actually your 10-year anniversary for your TBT digital platform, which
and I'm getting ready to shut that down.
People are adopting, those trends, because we didn't really have those digital, media platforms, and you're celebrating 10 years of giving, relevant news information to so many subscribers. People are like, even if they don't watch the news, like, okay, let me see what Carl put on TBT, because we know we can rely on that. Yep. So, I mean, this is your 10-year celebration for that, correct?
It is absolutely my 10 year, and I'll take the same thing. I'm a little burnt out, but I'm also, because this space is so vast in terms of digital, right? It's still a brand new baby, even though it's been around for 25 years and people have created enormous wealth from it. It still is in its infancy stages. We're thinking about the next 30 years of where we at with this, as things will advance even greater. But I'm at a point where I got about 5 more years in this space, and I have some things that I want to accomplish in the 5 years. And then from that point on, because I believe that when you and anybody who's a creative, innovative person, you constantly got ideas about stuff, and you put them to bed and hold on, right? Sure. Let them sit there. And see, I'm not the kind of guy like, well, let me try to do this as well as that and this and that. No, I want to perfect this one thing, knock that out. And if I live a nice quality of life, I can be around to do a few other things. Maybe not all the things I want to do, but I do have a few other things that I want to do post this. And I know that I'm going to get there. And so as I wind this down, I'm very comfortable about being able to say, hey, you know what, I put my time in, and let somebody else who's out there watching me or watching others and want to do it, move over and let them do it and do it better than me. And I want to be like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, that they can come and say, man, give me what I had to go from I had to go to other people and get their blessings and their knowledge. I sat at their feet and allowed them to show me the way. I want other folks, young cats who are really eager and enthusiastic about finding their own pathway, their own passion, purpose, to come in to behind the curtain and holler at me, and I'll share with them if they come in with the right attitude and the right objective of why they doing it. If they come in to me saying, I want to make some money, blah, 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 please leave me alone, right? Right? When you live in your passion, purpose, money is irrelevant. If you do it long enough, consistently, and you try to be great at it, money will find you. It just will find you. Now, how much money determines a whole lot of variables. Sure. But if you want to feel comfortable knowing that I was able to generate money from my own intellectual capital and my own hustle, and then sure, get in and do what you can. But
yesterday, one of our broadcast brothers said, chase success, and the money will come. You know,
every day.
Herb actually said that. He said, so you have to prioritize if you want to be rich or famous. There's a difference there.
And there are situations where money takes precedence in terms of if you hear about a good investment. Like, oh, man, I got a great investment, man. You can turn over, some money real quick, and you don't have to go out of your own zone to do it. You can just, like, okay, well, here you go. Let me keep doing what I'm doing. But when folks come to me and say, I got a money scheme, stop what you doing and jump on this. And I'm like, no, man, that's not. I don't love that.
Yeah, that's short.
I don't love that. I love this.
Right.
I don't love that. Now, if you got a scheme, I can just when I take a break and I can come holler at you and say, here we go, make it work, and I'll check back in 6 months, and I got something coming back in. Who don't want to live like that?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Sure. But I'm not gonna stop what I love just to chase a money dream. That's not real for me. And I get that all the time. I'm like, I don't care, man. That's not. Oh man, what's wrong with you? How dare you not? You don't care about the money? I'm like, I care about me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Quality of life. Right?
Quality of life, man. It's so important to me at this point of age. So I focus on that, my quality of life. So the things that I do now are all about how do I have a quality of life for me. I don't do the things I used to do. What I used to do was fun. I loved it. I'm glad I survived it.
Yeah.
To tell the story.
Sure.
To other people. But then you got a lot of people to live their own opportunities if they don't want to. One thing about people is what I find is hard. Most people don't like taking advice today. I don't care if it's young or old. We talk about young people. Talk about young people.
Old people too.
Nobody want to take advice.
Even
right?
older people.
Nobody want to take advice. It's like, well, I got my way, and that's it. And I think about. I mean, I can tell you my mentors who were so impressive to me, and I tell people this, man. I sat at the. I'm talking about literally. I went to their office, got on my knees, and sat there for hours, and just intaking it. Even whether I agreed or disagreed, I just took it in. Because I look at them and say, well, they've been there. It may not be in my exact space, but they understand the process of how you move through this. And so why wouldn't I not just chill and shut up? And then when when they said to me, now you can speak. Because what they were saying to me is that you should have taken enough in, walked out each day that you took it in, experienced certain parts of it for yourself, and now you can come back and give me a real analyzation of what you just experienced versus what I told you, and put it together. Now, Carl, today you can speak.
Yeah.
And when I spoke, they was like, you got it.
Right.
Go get it.
That's old school.
You got it. Go get it.
That's old school.
Don't come back here until you bring something back.
That's somebody, mama and daddy. That's old school learning for real.
Yep.
You are tuned into the Book of Dawn. We're gonna come back after we secure a bag with. Did I tell y'all that y'all can buy advertising on this show and reach a whole lot of people for the whole. What's in it for the Black People Media? It's a lot of zeros in the reach of this broadcast platform. I'm just saying, if you got a business
and there's new lockdown,
you need some more money, some shmoney, make sure you hit Tennille Jackson up and buy some advertising. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing Black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545. What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. Special thanks to Love McPherson.
And when you talk about object sex, you in objectifying that woman, you glorify pieces of her. And let me tell you something. If you think that doesn't matter, it does. And I'm going to tell you why it matters. I looked at a video and I was looking at these young boys, these teenagers, and they were like, do you like black women or white women? I like white women. I like white women. And first I felt some kind of way. Then you know what happened to me? I started listening to them and they said, why did you like the white women? Because they'll do anything for you. Yeah, the white hoes.
Bitch, you is a hoe. Bitch, you is a hoe.
And I thought, Pornography has elevated what the white woman will do for you, the objectifying of her. And this is why we don't realize, even in our spaces, the black man is shut down because he doesn't know the power of his seed like the white man knows the power of his seed.
Oh, look, just like milk.
He doesn't realize that you sitting up there coming into my neighborhood, objectifying my white women because you say they do it better than your women is a problem. They don't do it to them, but they won't bring that out, and they will not allow you to do that to their women.
I said what I said. Herb 2, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday. Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. We are joined by Carl West, entrepreneur, and
Mr. West.
Mr. West is in the building. And here's the thing. I'm going to declare that we won because our guest participated in our Spirit Week.
Oh,
Whoop,
yeah.
whoop.
Brooklyn Dodgers up in this. Oh,
just saying.
Negro Baseball League.
Just saying.
Sir.
Before the break, Carl, we talked about quality of life, and I think it's important for me to mention that you that's a personal thing, but you also extend that to several organizations, including one that you created yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't know where you find the time to volunteer with, Real Men Read and Principle for a Day and the various community organizations that you lend yourself to as an advocate, a board member. Tell me, are those experiences why you created your own, or did you always have the thought to create
I've always had the creative part of me to have my own, but in order for me to do that, I had to go and experience what it was like to be a part of winning traditions, winning institutions. And so that's what it was like for me. I had a dream to be a part of three simple boards, which I have made two. And that was because these are places that I respected. And again, I went there to learn. And that was the Chicago Southside Y. I'm now a board member on the Southside Y. And that was a dream of mine in terms of who do I want to give my intellectual capital to? Sure. Right? Because that's important.
Good way to look at it.
Right. I want who I'm going to give my intellectual capital to that can best benefit what I believe in, youth and sports. So that was the why I got with the Y. And I wanted to get on the Y. Somebody brought me in, said, you'll make a good board member to the Y. I was like, really? I was like, they didn't know that I'd already had that as a dream. That was on my chest. That was in my little notebook. They didn't know. They just brought me there, and that's been 5 years now. And we in line, by being on that board, we in line to have we got a great partnership with what's happening over there with the Obama Library. So I'm going to have an inroad in how to just to be a part of how we make sure we are present in that space. Sure. And so that's a blessing. And then I wanted to be on the board of Black United Fund because when I was a shorty, I met Henry English, who was the founder, and he was the most amazing man, one of my mentors now. Well, was because he passed away, but he brought me in. He never talked to me about the board. I used to come by there and sit at his knees and just listen, watch what they was doing, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it. And one day he took me to lunch. He was like, you know what, I want you on the board. This was like maybe 6 years after just pouring into me. And I was like, okay, cool. He put me on the board. He dies 4 months later.
Wow.
That was 4 years ago. Our present chairman of the board, our former chairman of the board, Greg Hinton, he dies.
He sure did.
I'm on the board. Dr. Conrad and them pulled the coup. Carl, you're going to be the chairman. Based on all they saw with me knowing the institution, hanging around, because Conrad was one of the founding members, so he saw me there and just hanging out. in my spare time, or the time I made for myself to get there, to be in that space. And so they knew I understood the organization. They knew the founder was a tremendous supporter of mine. And so they said, who's best to chair this? After hitting past, Conrad pulled everybody together, said, and everybody loved Conrad. They wasn't going to dispute him. It was like, even though people was like, no, he was like, shut up and sit down.
Right.
He literally said, shut up and sit down. And that's what they did. And they made me the board chair. That was actually a year ago, last month, September.
And then tell us about.
So it's 2 dreams fulfilled out of the 3. The other third one is the DuSable Museum. I probably won't get on their board because they ask for too much.
Well, that's another show.
You familiar with that? But anyway, another show.
Baby, don't take me there.
I said no. Listen, I said no more boards for me.
Can I say what I say?
Don't say it. I said no more boards where I got to give. And which I have no problem, but they want to give too much. I said, from now on, I'm on the boards where they're going to pay me.
Well, I'm going to keep it sexy and say, make sure when you give it, it get to where it's supposed to be going.
Well, I always deliver.
I'm going to put that. I'm going to let that hang.
I deliver
right
it personally.
And look. Well,
I'm going to deliver it
that's
personally.
That's a whole show.
I'm going to deliver it personally because I've learned enough from my space of being. I know that well. It ain't no organization immune to that kind of
y'all
dysfunction.
go on my Facebook page and scroll back, and you'll hear everything I said.
The Book of Dawn. That was early days Book of Dawn.
that was last year. Was that last year? That was last year Book of Dawn. Yeah, You know her.
You know, but look, for me, and that's real. Everybody has a dysfunction, right? But for me, I look bigger. I look at the bigger picture, and that's an institution. It's a person who is in charge now or was in charge in the past. The institution is much bigger than any one person.
I agree.
And so I'm always going to honor the institution.
And I absolutely agree with that. I think
either whether the present day or we build a new one, right? And we see new institutions are always being built every single day.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's nothing wrong with it. It could be the identical institution as that one, but. Right.
Yeah.
We gotta have room.
There's room for everybody.
It's room for everybody to find their space if you're willing to put in the work, the time, and the effort to do so. It's nobody's locked out unless they lock themselves out.
Right. That starts right here in the brain. Carl, did you do something recently with Mayor Lightfoot? Did you have a conversation?
Yeah, we had a meeting with her, a conversation a couple of days ago, and it was about the COVID and her budget. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about no budget, y'all budget. I can care less about y'all budget, right? That's not my issue. My issue is how we going to salvage the people who've been damaged by COVID-19, right? And that's everybody, businesses and the community. I mean, I said, think about this. Millions of people, when this thing comes to any conclusion, if that ever happens, would have suffered at some point from this. Nobody has been immune. Of course, there's people who won on some ends, businesses who've been able to generate because of it, and then the ones who've lost. But personally, everybody have suffered. And because I talked to my peers, and I'm sure I can use you as an example if we had a conversation about this, how your children, people's kids are being affected tremendously. My peers are telling me how their relationship with their sons are so strained because of being forced to be in this box with them for so long at 13 or 14 years old when they supposed to be out in the street learning how to be whoever they gonna be with their peers. I'm not your peer.
I'm not your peer, right?
Don't come in here and put me in that box. And I don't want to put you in the box of my peers, but for some reason this pandemic forced us to be in this box together. And it's hard for us to turn off who we are in terms of I'm an adult, you a child. Right. The child wants to be the adult, and then you find yourself as the adult being childish, dealing with a child. Because you shouldn't have to deal with a child on his or her level when you're trying to raise them to be
a man or
a man or a woman,
yeah,
what I always say, respectable citizens.
Sure.
Right. And so
even better.
Yeah.
A lot of my peers are talking. We having these conversations. So I want to share that with her.
Did you? What?
But she was very receptive because she has a teenage child that she said her conversations are now a little bit different and they're a little bit strained because we are packed in this space together when we hear, and there's no way to say, well, go play with your friends or go to the park and go do the things that you're supposed to be doing. And a lady said this to me. She said, I'm not supposed to watch my kid grow up in front of me like that.
On that call. Okay.
She said, I'm not just a peer of mine who.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Which really sparked that in me. She said, I ain't supposed to watch my son grow up like that. We're supposed to give him what he needs to take to have, and go out and you grow up in the world. You grow up in the world. You come back and we can witness how you've grown. Like going off to college, and they come back different. You're like, oh, and you impressed because your kid didn't learn responsibilities. They didn't learn how to be more respectful. They didn't learn a certain thing that they had because you gave it to them. And they don't show that in front of you if they're around you all the time. They show that out in the world. Like people say, my daughter come back and will curse me out. Right. And I go to her school and everybody says, she's the most nicest, sweetest girl around. I'm like, really? Because she know what I taught her and her mom. So that's what she go do. But when she come to me, she ain't like, I ain't supposed to be grown up to you. I'm still your daughter, and I want what I want, and just make it happen.
Yeah,
and
daddy.
You dispute that. I will scream and cuss and kick. Right,
a grown-up tantrum.
Right, and so so it was really interesting. And she said we're not supposed to watch our kids grow up like that. But over the last 6 or 7 months, I'm watching my kid grow up. And she said, when I'm watching it, I don't like, because they don't know what this looks like. Yeah. No matter how much we say this to them, they ain't mature enough. Their brain ain't functional enough to process what is really truly happening. All they know is I can't go out to the park, I can't play, I can't do this. It's all what they can't do. And they have no rationale. They didn't rationale before about why you will let them go hang out with your friends at 10 o'clock, right? They disputed that. Now they being disputed on every little thing. Right. This lady talking about my kid don't go outside at all. Can't go visit their grandmother because she 89 and won't want to take no chances. Yeah. And so it was a whole host of things. And the mayor was very receptive to it and said she was going to look into with her team. She made notes and told them, let's see what we can do to address this issue because we hadn't addressed that. She thought it was more about the remote learning. I said, I ain't worried about that. You guys in CPS got to deal with that. And we talking about the psychological aspect that this thing is having an effect. Because one lady was like, she said to me, my kids will never be the same. They will never be the same from this. Yeah. And she was hurt. And
I don't know that we will.
We will either. Well, everybody
at least we're grown up enough.
But we've grown up enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. We're grown, but I mean, we still need that social part. I mean, in kids, their dances, going to football games, the girls just wanting to go hang at the mall with their friends.
None of that.
Little tiny things. And I think some parents, when I've talked to them, they're like, well, they just have to get over it. And I don't think that's not that it's a right or wrong answer. Everybody's got their opinions. But I think if people try and change places and look at it when we grew up, I mean, can you imagine not being able to do stuff for 9 months, and everything is on lockdown? It's like your own personal jail. And I get what we're going through, but sometimes I think parents have to put themselves in their kids' shoes. Like if you were going through it now, just to go to the mall, just to play video games with your friends, and to just hang out, not even at a nighttime type of thing, but just even at school, you're at each other's lockers and you're sending notes to each other. Yep. You know, whatever.
My solution to her was counseling. Kids are going to need counseling when this thing comes to the back. They need it now.
They needed it any damn way.
Anyway,
right.
Because look, here's my take on that. I'm glad you said that. If you grow up in urban hoods, you need counseling. Yeah. Because this is not cool. What we see every day as children, it's a dysfunctional attitude. I'm surprised many of us ain't killers. I mean, like more of us
totally agree.
I'm talking about we walk around just killing because think about I went to I go to Arizona every year. I got a homie out there. I think the last time I was there, you and your husband was out there.
Yep.
I think
that was his birthday.
Yeah, I hung out with Jim Reynolds. He told me your husband was going golfing.
Yeah.
I was going to try to come, but he said y'all was actually trying to look for a place down there as well.
Yep. Yeah.
And so you think about a place like Arizona, right? And there's other places like this, tons of them. But you down there and you like, wow, this is. I can see why these folks walking around kicking their heels like they in. It's like, wow, we in Wonderland.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's different.
So different, and I'm like, so, and this is really should be the norm.
Sure,
this is what the normal is. So I got back to my hood and looked around and it was like everybody was dragging and I was like, man, this is not normal living.
No, it's not. It's definitely not what we grew up
We
doing.
should not be living in as many communities. There's always going to be pockets of poverty, just the way the world flows, right? But it's like everywhere we turn in our zip codes of Black life, it's poverty and despair. And so how we made it through to be here is a reason why we should salute that alone.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we shouldn't have to grow up watching it everywhere we walk, abandoned buildings, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And going to Arizona, I'm like, so my objective now is I'm leaving Chicago.
you
on
out.
On that 5-year window, when I leave this, I'm
Carl Weezy out of here.
I'm already looking around right now. I'm going right to Savannah, Georgia. Quiet, peaceful.
It is pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Slow. I don't want nothing
got water
fast.
there.
Water.
Yep.
I want to move at a minus 1 mile an hour when I go down there. I didn't live this hustle, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go somewhere and just lay back and just chill. Still deliver some intellectual capital to the things that I love.
That.
I
wrote it down, and they're talking about it in the thread. That shit, you might want to coin that phrase. That it's real.
They can have it, man.
I have some questions for you.
I got answers.
Real Chicago.
I got real Chicago answers.
Salt and pepper or sugar on your grits?
Oh my God, I'm from Mississippi.
Sugar.
Lots of it.
Do you say sneakers or gym shoes?
Gym shoes.
Cubs or White Sox?
Both.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Good answer.
I'm a Chicagoan, so whatever team is, I ride out with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not the Yankees.
I didn't say it. I
some
like
strife. There's some
like
strife.
the Yankees, but not over my Cubs.
I represent everything in anything Chicago.
Okay.
I don't have to, not in abundance, but I give it as love.
Thin crust or deep dish pizza?
Both. All depends on where it's from. Illuminati's, deep dish, Italian Fiesta, of course.
Italian Fiesta.
I'm calling Will
today. They owe us
Will,
some money.
Italian Fiesta, I'm calling you in a few minutes.
Yeah, y'all owe us some money.
Yeah.
Ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say soda or pop?
Pop.
Thank you.
You from down south.
I'm from Mississippi, man.
Harold's Chicken or Uncle Remus?
Neither, no more.
Which, if you had to choose, back when you did eat the yard bird?
Both. I ain't gonna discount my girl.
Okay.
I ain't gonna discount my girl over there, Uncle Remus. I do both.
Okay.
But I just changed I found a new joint, so I got it.
A new chicken
joint? A new chicken joint. I want some chicken wings. Like, it's the original. Let me tell you something. It's the original people who founded Harold's.
Oh.
They went and started a new business.
Okay. Thank God, because the ones that are out there.
This the original. This the son of the original owner.
Oh, gotcha.
So he using the original recipe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what Harold's tastes like back then, 40 years ago, but it's the best chicken wings with the mild and the salt and pepper that you. It's on 75th Street, called Marlin's.
Oh, okay, cool.
I give a little plug because I'm over there once
Tell
a week.
Marlon about some advertising.
I go by there once a week.
We can
let me be the judge of that. Tell him to send some over here.
Send some. You're not McCall, right?
Run them wings, Marlon.
I'd be like Carl West.
Okay, Lem's dry rub or Leon style barbecue?
Are you kidding me? I never really was a fan of Lem's because I just grew up around Leon's. I mean, I grew up right where Leon's was down the street back on 63rd Street and 83rd. Early days when I grew up, it was 63rd, where you had one on 63rd. Then I grew up in Chatham, so yeah, 83rd and Cottage Grove. So it was always the crowd favorite. I still go to the new one now. I go now just to go get the French fries.
Yeah, because
with the hot sauce,
exactly.
with the sauce, with the sauce.
Do you say freeway or expressway?
Expressway.
And do you say auntie or auntie?
Auntie.
Okay.
That one I'm always going to be in my own little bubble with that.
Okay. Carl, thank you. Will you come back and join us again?
Dawn. Anytime the Book of Dawn has opened up the pages for me to come, I will come.
I appreciate that. It's been a pleasure, man. the pandemic makes you feel like you haven't seen people in
I know,
1,000
right.
years.
Yeah, I
but
miss seeing Carl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So,
A little bit.
Hey, little
a
woman.
little bit. A little
little
bit.
woman.
I forgot to tell y'all before they cut me off the air. Today is National Internet Day. Internet. National Oatmeal Day. I love oatmeal. If my sister Lisa's watching, she make the best oatmeal ever. It's National Cat Day as well. Tomorrow is Costume Day. You have tuned into the Book of Dawn. Fast forward with us. Turn the page tomorrow. Tune in and see these incredible costumes we have. My cousin, my favorite boy cousin, Jeremiah Frazier, is taking the chair tomorrow, and he's gonna have Jess Nash, the comedian, on, and Lisa E. and your girl gonna visit from somewhere else. So I'm gonna hope I can do this. Somebody, yes sir.
Excuse me.
Yes sir.
How's your kids?
They're fantastic. I'm going to see them.
How's your
That's
husband?
where I'm going. He's well.
Hi,
Mr. Millhouse.
I like your husband. He's an epitome of manhood.
Oh, I think I like that.
Write that
And
down.
I'm over here. Listen, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Book of Dawn. I dare you to be an impact. Use your voice and your actions to be an impact. Peace and what?
Roll
Tide.